feels good to finally have a Pixar movie in theaters again. It's been about 2 years at this point. I say that knowing Toy Story 4 came out last year. Honestly, I'm really tired of all these sequels that Pixar keeps making, and Toy Story 4 did not feel necessary to me at all. So it's been 2 years! So it's finally great to get an original idea back in the movies with this year's Onward. I'm just gonna read out the description for the peeps that just want the scoop on the movie, that don't have the best knowledge on what the movie is actually about. Set in a suburban fantasy world, Disney and Pixar's Onward introduces two teenage elf brothers to embark on an extraordinary quest to discover if there's still a little magic left out there. That was not the best description of what this movie is, actually. I think a better description for this movie would be two elf brothers go on a quest to retrieve the rest of their dad's body so they can talk to him before time runs out. Sure, the discovery of magic is still out there is a little part of the movie, but it's not what the movie is mainly about. Like, they're not actually out there to seek the magic, they're more just trying to get their dad back. Sounds pretty high concept, right? So let's talk and discuss and see if this will be a classic movie or will it fall completely flat. The main characters of Ian and Barley are super relatable. When watching this movie, I saw myself in my early teens a lot like Ian, so I felt super connected with him and what his goals are. Barley is also fun to watch on screen. He feels like the heart of the movie, and it just wouldn't be the same without him. The animation is also a point of this movie I really appreciated. Nowadays, the realistic look for a lot of Pixar movies doesn't necessarily match well with the character designs. But with this movie, it feels like it elevates the movie and its other positives. The comedy in this movie is never cringe or tries to pander to kids or sneak in too many adult jokes to where even kids could understand them. It feels natural to the situation the characters are in. I chuckled at least a few times in this movie, and that's saying a lot since I have no sense of humor. I think anybody who has parents that have passed on or has divorced parents or just has parents that aren't in their life, this movie will really tug on their heartstrings. The emotional scenes in this movie really hit the mark, and I think that this movie will at least make you cry once or at least tear up. I think that's it for all my positives with this movie. So let's get on to the negatives. I think for the rest of this video, it's gonna be an ASMR video, you know? I'm really feeling that. I think it's the direction I need to go with this channel. As much as the dad is the main focus and is supposed to be the driving point for this plot, he's mostly just there. Like, it's funny to see him do stuff in the background, but that's it. This movie doesn't lean into magic enough like I think it should have. Like, I understand Ian is just learning magic, but it felt criminally underused. Something else I think this movie could have worked on and done was add more characters than just the robot characters you usually get in these type of films. Like, I understand why they have characters for this sort of movie, they're just robot characters. It's a quest, it makes sense. But if you look at other Pixar movies, you'll see that the background characters and side characters have a narrative purpose. But the ones in this movie, they just don't feel like they should be there. And I think what I'm trying to say is they just fall flat. I don't think the relationship between Ian and Barley and their stepdad even needed to be in the film. It felt pointless. There was no progression, and then by the end of the movie I was like, okay. All in all, that's how I feel about the film. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. And I'd recommend, I guess. I think the film we got needed a bit more time to be written and tested out, but it was a decent enough time. It definitely won't be a top tier Pixar movie, but I'd say it's in that mid tier. Not too bad, but not the best. I didn't want to end this video on a low note, but I really hope Soul pushes Pixar in an entirely new direction. I have high hopes for the movie. Let's push forth and go onward. Peace, YouTube.